It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between AFC North rivals. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers for him from a week ago, 6 catches, 66 yards.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And it's caught by the tight end Cameron. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. He'll look to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. You look at this defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
You have to like the way that they've played in the first month. They have to be very proud of being a top 10 unit against the pass. Their goal, though, in this one, see if they can improve that ranking. And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They bring their punter out there now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
3rd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
You look at this defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Looking to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. They'll give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize the strategic football.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Gonna give him another shot here on the ground. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
At the 24-yard line.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll drop to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
2nd and 11. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, and it ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
2nd down and 3.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That's good for 28 yards.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. And this offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
This 2nd and 4.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if a defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
They'll look to throw again. Shakes off the sack. And he rifles one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. There's not much to get you caught up on. Just a lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys are lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. The 20. Touchdown. A big play there.
His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year.
And his guys have taken the lead.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
From the 42-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Racing to the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. Had to pass there, third and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for third and short, because when it's third and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. They'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9.
At the 20-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Stay, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
And this one is right down the middle. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
But a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling with this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, paired that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And on now is the punter, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at the 33. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And at this stage, in the 4th, they need to work this into the end zone. A field goal doesn't do much. We'll see if they can cash in following the fumble recovery.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. He's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And his guys are just an extra point away now from taking the lead in this game. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
42 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come right over there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here.
That's going to be caught by Rivers. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And as we take a look at some of the highlights, we see just how impactful he's been. He and his quarterback have such a great chemistry together, and it's been on full display throughout the contest. This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. He may go. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now they are in prime position, 1st and goal after the interception and return. They'll look to make it pay off for 6 points. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now the try here for the point after. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Second down and inches. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Here's first down.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.